now going to look at the second project from our Moment of Reflection collection, and this time we're going to use our nested crosses. So these are nested crosses, and these are really clever because I'll show you in here. Oops, excuse that one that's fallen down. So you can see it's well loved. What you've actually got is 5 little mini collections. So you've got the large crosses here, and then you've got smaller crosses, a next size down, and next size down there. So that's so that they've all got different sort of aspect ratios to them. Some are taller and thin, some are short and stubby, but that gives you lots and lots of control. So you're going to be able to use all the different ones. So I'm looking at this larger section. I'm not using the largest one, I'm using the second die in. So let's move that out of the way. And what I've got here is just a regular card blank. Let's just move that down just slightly. I don't like the positioning of that. Oh, I just stuck some tape on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cross on the edge of my card blank, just like that, and then I'm going to tape it down just there. Now, I don't want to cut all of that out. So what I'm going to do, bring my cutting mat in, and I'm just going to move this magnetic, oh, I'll have to move that again, move this magnetic sheet so I can actually see the end of the cutting plate there. There we go. Right, let's put this back on because I've just nudged it out of the way. That's going to go just there, and that's going to be waste, so I can press quite hard. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more tape, I think, because this will make it a lot easier. I can take some tape. Now what I do is I can come right down here, and I'm going to go halfway through that cross there off the edge of the plate, and then I can stick that onto my magnetic sheet. Then I'm going to pop this one on, and I'm going to have it again right level, so you can see half the cross is under the plate and half the cross is not under the plate. So that's going to cut it partially into my cardstock. So I can let it go now because it's going to hold it nice and tight. So what I've got to go on the inside of my card, because you're going to be able to see it, look at this, isn't this absolutely beautiful? So this is one of our papers, and it's ever so slightly faded. I've just grabbed those plates because it might not hold. I've got this beautiful paper, and I'm also going with my gold mirri. Gold mirri works beautifully with this collection. So let's have a look at what we've got here. Now, we've got our cross, but it's only partially cut into my card. Can you see? Oh, there you go. Can you see I've got my card? Sorry, it disappears a bit, doesn't it, when I do that? But there you are. You can see it's partially cut into my card. Let me put the papers on the inside, because the minute I put the papers on the inside, you're going to be able to see this a lot better. So we can pop some mirri. Let's put this down. So this is a 300 GSM mirri, so it's quite a substantial weight. So I just need to make sure I've got plenty of glue on there. And that's going to go on the inside. Oh, I've got glue on my fingers, be careful. Perfect border. Now just make sure, I'm going to make sure those 3 sides border are better. If this one isn't quite the same, it actually looks the same, but if it wasn't quite the same, it wouldn't matter because it'd be hidden inside the card. So I'm just concentrating on the bits that can be seen. So that bit goes on there a little bit more. And normally I do tape when I'm going on to mirri, but well, hopefully this will work. There we go. Again, make sure those sides are perfect. There we go. So now you can see that a lot better. You can actually see what we've done. So with that pattern paper, I'm going to match that on the outside of my card. So I've got a strip of mirri that I'm going to pop just there, and that should line up perfectly. Then I've got a strip of my pattern paper as well. So pretty, isn't it? It's quite, when you look at this paper, you almost go and chill because it's calming, isn't it? It's really calming. It's not somber, just chilled and calm. Okay, so what I've got now is I've got some more of the crosses. So the next size down cross comes on here, and you can see that's going to fit perfectly on there, and I've just raised it up just a little bit with some foam tape. So just cut that out of the mirri card. So that's going to come across here and then across there, and I'm going to pop that on to there so you get the perfect frame. And then I'm going to do the same with my white cross on top. So we can then turn to one of our other products on this collection, which is our embossing folder. So we had our Words of Wisdom embossing folder, and hopefully you can see that. Look at that. Can you see the, I wonder if I've got, oh, it's a bit tatty, but if I put this just inside, look at this, if I just put some colour just inside there, can you see now? You can see we've got these beautiful words on there. We've got grace, love, peace, hope. It's really, really contemplative sort of words of reflection on there. So I've got a piece of white card and I'm going to pick exactly where I want this to go. So I want hope on this one. Let's put it there so we get hope. There we go. So I've captured hope. I've got hope down here and I've got all the other words. So we need 2 3mm plates. I don't tend to use my magnetic shim as well, but I think you can use your magnetic shim if you want to. Let's put that one underneath. Let's see, if it doesn't do it quite enough, we'll put the magnetic shim in as well, but hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, someone's left some foam tape on there. So let's grab this out the other side. Now these are full A4 embossing folders. So something like your Pro Cut is perfect because it's got a slightly bigger than A4 mouth. So it works really well. Let's have a look. Oh, I didn't need my magnetic shim. I think if I'd have gone any deeper, that would have cracked. Now that is perfect. Can you see? Oh, look at that. Look at how beautifully that has embossed. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So we can bring back our card and I'm going to pop that, just lift that up a little bit. I should have put it on first, but I didn't. And I'm going to pop that just there. So that's going to go onto my card. There we go. Now you just have to remember you've got grooves when you've embossed, so your glue will sink into those grooves, so you might need to add a little bit more in places. Let's pop that back under there. And I just love the tone this adds to your card. Isn't that beautiful? So I do have a sentiment, and I use those from my thoughtful tags. 2 different tags that just go perfectly in there. I'm going to stick that on there, but I'm not going to stick it onto my card just yet. So be strong and courageous. And these were the stamps that were with the collection as well. So I'm going to do some lilies. Now I know I used lilies on the last card. Let's see, I need my embossing tools. There we go. This is what happens when you come from doing shows to do this. Everything's still in the boxes. So I've cut my lilies out and I pop those on there. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of shape. Oh, these are cold. Oh, these are very cold. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to shape from behind. There we go. Pop a little bit of shaping and behind the buds. And then I'm going to shape around there. And then I'm going to do the same with the 3D decoupage. You get 2 decoupage flowers on each one, so the 3rd flower doesn't decoupage. Have I picked the same? Have I done the same one? I've done the same one. Let's see what else. Aha! Is that the same one again? I've got lots of the same ones here. I must have some of the others because I know I've cut out the right number. There we go. That's the other one. There we are. And my tweezers, nicely refilled glue syringe. And then there's no doubt where these flowers are going to go. One, and then my second one is just going there, and that's going to pop just there. So let's just put that to one side, then we can shape the next one. There we go. So I don't take too long. You can spend as long shaping these as you want. So you've got the charisma for the lilies. That's absolutely perfect. If I remember rightly, this comes as a free download. So you can go onto the Create and Craft website, or you can go onto the Tattered Lace website and look on the product, and then it'll take you to the charisma for that. There we go. I have, it's just 1, 2, 3. These 2 are the same. That's perfect. 3 and 4. Let's move those out of the way. Then we can pop these on like that. That one pops there. Artwork is absolutely gorgeous on this. It is so pretty. It is beautiful how it's done. I think we do get a lot of the artwork done at the beginning now instead of the end. Instead of trying to make the artwork fit the dies, we often now get, I believe, the artwork drawn first and then the dies fit around the artwork. And I think as a result, you'll have seen the quality of the artwork is just second to none now. It's beautiful, beautiful, because we're working the right way round. It's not like an afterthought. It's just so good. There we are. So we've got those. So let's bring back our card. Remembering we haven't stuck our label on. So we can then pop these. I think this is going to look nice, popping them as a big bit here. Now, if they were dry, I could start cutting into them and doing, but I think these would look, let's lift it a slight bit because then I can put the sentiment on the bottom. And how about if I just twist them like that, and then I've got a full wreath. Let's see if I can do that as one piece. There we go, because I've twisted them into each other and thread them around each other. So how about seeing if we can get them all to stay where I want them to, and then we can pop that on there. And then I've got my tag. Where's my pokey tool gone? There it is. Got my tag, and then we can pop the tag just over the bottom. So just make sure those are all tapped down. How about that? I haven't bothered with bows or pearls or anything like that because I think everything you need is there on that card.